Weather Authority forecast.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Last night we didn't get the rain that we saw the night before, but we did get a little bit of rain in certain areas. You can see a little bit of rain activity in Wink, as well as crossed over into Pecos and into Fort Stockton, but not really recording it right there. But a little bit of rain, we'll always take it no matter where it comes from. But right now we're just seeing a little bit of cloud activity throughout much of the basin. We're just outside the viewing area. We are seeing some rain up in the Oklahoma area, just not the case right here. But we could be seeing some more clouds come into the area just not too long from now. We got a cold front moving through, going to give us some mild conditions sort of the day. Average for this time of the year, temperatures in the 60s. But then after that moves out, it'll warm back up. But then this cold front's going to make its way down and possibly drop us down later on in the week. So we'll get a warm up on Tuesday and then another cool down on Wednesday. So it's going to be a pretty big of a seesaw type forecast throughout this week. But 60s the average for yesterday. Just good to see our temperatures below average. After seeing the hottest month on record in February, it's nice to see temperatures cooling down a little bit, well short of our average 69 for this time of the year, but right on average for our low, 40 on 40. But right now we're seeing those 40s. A little chilly out there throughout much of the basin. 47 right now in Odessa, Midland. Are seeing the 50s over in Big Spring, as well as the 60s down in Presidio. High 50s in the Big Bend as well as Alpine, but we are seeing these 40s. You can see Marfa and Pecos. It's a little chilly over there, as well as Fort Stockton at 50, and seeing those 40s out to the southeastern New Mexico area. But we'll warm up later on today. Don't worry. We'll be seeing these temperatures in the 60s by the afternoon hours. So some good news on that front. Going to be a very mild day out there. Average for this time of the year, as we said over and over again, but going to be pretty nice out there. But just get through the cold morning. Make sure you bring a jacket to work. Not going to need it when you leave, but still going to be very windy out there, especially out to the north right now. 21 in Carlsbad, 31 in Hobbs, 17 up in Seminole, and seeing 12-mile-an-hour wind speeds down in Alpine. Not as much throughout the rest of the basin, but winds are going to be a factor all throughout this week. We could be seeing wind gusts getting as high as 35 miles an hour today, so be on the lookout for that. Might not get there, might get there, so just be ready for it. It could happen at any time when you see these winds just throughout the day. Most of it, though, going to take place earlier. Evening, not as much, but keep in mind, on the way to work and leaving work, could be seeing some wind here and there, so be on the lookout for that. Already seeing those winds out, though, out to the north. 37-mile-an-hour wind gust in Hobbs, 25 up in Seminole. But we'll be seeing these warm up later on. We'll talk to our regional temperatures. You can see 60 degrees throughout the northern basin today during the daytime hours, and that's the case throughout the central basin. High 60s expected for the high. 67 in Odessa, Midland, Penwell at 66, Monahans and Grand Falls, Crane at 67. Rankin at 67 as well, and Big Lake at 66. And then we'll be seeing these temperatures getting up into the 60s as well in the Trans-Pecos, but expect some more low 60s there. Fort Stockton at 63 degrees. And in the mountains, expect temperatures, well, potentially getting very high up in Presidio, up into the high 70s. I mean, they're already in the 60s right now, so it's just going to be another warm day down along the border. And on our 7-day forecast, as I said before, a bit of a seesaw in terms of our forecast. 60s today, 70s on Tuesday, then cold front moves through, cools things down into the 60s on Wednesday, then back up into the high 70s to round out the week on Thursday and Friday. 87 it says on Sunday. Way too early to call that right now.
Right.
Don't think we're going to be getting near that 90-degree mark by next week, but right now let's just enjoy the fact that we're average, right?
Right.
Yeah, it feels
average
great.
is okay.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately for us, average for us for this time of year is 60 degrees, and everywhere else it's, a little bit cooler. So,
yeah.
Hey, we got great weather in the basin. Let's enjoy it.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest shocks for me over the weekend, is as we're looking at these thunderstorms coming in with hail potential, it was just walking outside that I was like, it's kind of chilly now.
Oh, yeah.
Which it is. No, it's kind of
I was standing out there all night, and it got a little cold at times.
Cold.
Just a little bit.
All right, Ryan, thank you. So a ballroom dancer in Utah definitely knows